welcome on in, everybody, to the Esports Wales IESF International Friendlies for Counter-Strike 2. You got JudasPriestley and Welshlaad today, bringing you a slew of games. We have a few best-of-one fixtures lined up for you here, of course, following Team Wales all the way through it. Welshlaad, what are we expecting to see today as fans of the Welsh team?
Hopefully, the wins. Just got to be brutally honest. Hopefully, we see a lot of wins today. The first game on our hands is Germany. So hopefully, that'll be a good one. Word around the street, they are a level 6 total. Sorry for that. They have a Faceit level 10, who doesn't look too shabby. But hopefully, we get the first win. And the second match is Wales and Slovakia. Hopefully, we win that as well. Third one is we have sorry. The third one is Wales and Spain. And the fourth we actually have a bye. So we're gonna have to look forward to that. And the fifth and final, hopefully the best BO1, is Czech Republic and Wales. And hopefully, like I said earlier, we see a lot of wins, a lot of util usage, just overall good vibes and good results.
4 wins out of 4, like I said, that's exactly what we're expecting today, what we're looking forward to. But no, of course, there's plenty of time to, this is where you will find the time to learn and grow as a team, and playing against other top teams is exactly how you want to do that. But like I said, as we pointed out, it's a schedule of a few different best-of-1 matches. Now, it will be a rolling schedule, which basically means as soon as this first match between Wales and Germany is complete, if the next match is ready to be played, then we'll go right on into it. If not, then we'll take a bit of a break until the matches are concluded. And as mentioned, we do have a bye round for the 4th round, so we will have to take a break of probably about 20 to 30 minutes there while the other matches are played, and then finally, of course, wrapping up against Czech Republic. But when you're coming into a best-of-1 series like this, right, where we are tracking the wins, we are tracking the, who comes out on top of who, there will be a winner at the end of today. Yes, there's no prize money or anything, but of course you would feel a lot better to come out of this ahead. How do you tackle this, right? As much as we've said, you want to win every game. How much of that is winning with your best strategy, and how much of that will be trying out a couple of strategies?
Considering it's a friendly, I hope we try some stuff for the IESF, the International Esports Federation, the tournament. Hopefully, like I said the past 10 times, we do win. But remember, it's not all about the wins. It's all about learning and becoming that Welsh team to hopefully do absolutely amazing in the actual IESF.
Yeah, when you get to those proper games, right, you don't want to have to be second-guessing your strategies, second-guessing what your teammates are going to do in these instances. Because, I mean, that's the beauty of CS2, right? It is like half a second is a big deal in this game, right? As soon as you hesitate for just a moment, that could cause your side to collapse. You lose a gunfight, an opportunity gets open for the enemy team, you lose a round, it could be a crucial round, and all of a sudden it gets quite out of hand. So definitely need to be prepared to keep things tight, and like you said, that's what these friendlies are for. You get the chance to learn with your teammates, try some new strategies, so that you're not second-guessing yourself when you get into the big boy matches, basically.
We need to be warmed, and we need to we just need to hopefully be able to get the wins. Win or loss, either way, just know that they have tried their hardest to put on a show for us, and also to put on a show for themselves. It is not all about the wins, even though I've kind of dictated that. It's about having a good time, having a good vibe, just having some really good matches played.
Yeah, you started the show with, winning or at all cost all of the games, and you've since, in the matter of sentences, dissuaded to it, look, as long as they tried their best. Look, we want to maintain a level of standards, but of course, like you say, we want to make sure that above all else, we are having some. A competitive game would be nice, right? Having a game that is more close, a bit more tension in the lineup. You don't want to just walk up and win the game easily, right? You don't really learn anything from that. So you do want to make sure that you are at least putting a few things to the test. And we do have a few map picks and bans coming through. So it looks like Wales have banned Train, Germany banned Ancient and Inferno, the Wales banned Dust 2 and Nuke. Then Germany banned Anubis, which means our map will be Mirage. And we see a lot of Mirage Welshlaad. It's just one of those maps that is similar to how Dust 2 was in the past, right? It's just one of those maps that if you haven't got a good Mirage, you're already in trouble.
I feel like I completely agree with that. It literally, you stole the words right out of my mouth. It is literally just like Dust 2 in that
Yep.
in that like go phase, that global offensive phase. If you don't know that map like the back of your hand, you're not going to win. It is, in my opinion, Mirage is the best map. I'm sorry, that's very
Ooh,
controversial,
hot
but
take.
that's just because I'm stupid. I'm a face at level 4, and it's just easy for me to understand them. I know about like 8 smokes just like the back of my hand. But in my opinion, it is the most common, but one of the best maps to watch and play CS on.
Yeah, it's got that that essence of everything, right? There are so many different ways to attack the map as the terrorist side, right? You can, classic Rush B, right? It's one of the best maps for that, where you can just explode onto a site very quickly. But battling over mid control in multiple different ways too, right? You could take the long peek up to that window. You could also sneak down under the ramp and everything. It's touched so many options for what is a relatively simple map, right? There's only so many options, but the way you can utilize them very, very differently really dictates your strategy as well. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both these teams actually contend with this map, because like we said, it's one of those bread and butter maps. You need to have a good Mirage because it very rarely gets banned out, right? It's one of those maps that is always left open. If you're going into a best of 3 or even a best of 5, you would see Mirage amongst those maps, right? So definitely need to make sure you've got this map well practiced. So I do think it's a very good choice to start off. But if it is your favorite map, or you think it is the best map, if you were a competitive side, it's the final game in a best of 7 world championship on the line. You picking T side to start or CT side?
Ooh, that is a good question. Honestly, I would probably pick CT. I don't know.
Mm.
I've always preferred CT, but honestly, it's really good because I feel like every single time I either go for a full B rush first round in pistol, or they go for a through palace. That's just me, but it is a good like it's a really really fair sided map. Like you
Yes.
said, it's bread and butter. You need to know it. I know 8 T smokes and 1 CT smoke. I don't really know the CT smokes, but I feel like if you hold a good angle, because the T's need to push through that pun, it's really, really good for the CTs. What about you?
I think you're right with that. I think especially when, like we said, it's a bread and butter map. Having the opportunity to see how the enemy team wants to attack you, right? That'll give you some hints of maybe what they don't quite like when you end up on the T side as well. So if they are very heavily favoring A control or mid control and everything, then when you swap sides, you can hit them with some B pushes, right? Maybe they're not prepared for that. So I think I agree with you there in that ready for the CT side would be a good place to start. But that doesn't mean that's what we're going to see today. So as soon as we get into the game, let's have a look on how these sides do line up. And yeah, I'm really excited for this because, like we said, Mirage, a good way to start this day. We have plenty of games on show, right? We're going to be watching a lot of CS2. It's nice to get started with something very standard, get to know our Welsh team today as well, and yeah, hopefully get to follow them through the rest of the day.
If you've noticed on X, there has been a lot of roster announcements, including the Welsh CS2 one. And we're going to have a little gander and see who is actually playing tonight in the 4 matches we have in our hands. Just a quick reminder, we've already said this, but match 4, there is a bye. Yeah, it is match 4. There's a
Yep.
bye, so we will be off. Well, not off, but we just won't be streaming any matches for about 20-30 minutes, potentially 40, if it does go to a half pace. If it doesn't. Either way, we want to cast some CS. You want to watch some CS. We all just want to watch some CS. And hopefully, we enjoy some CS.
Hopefully we get to see, like I said, this game starting up real soon and get to look into again, our first look at this team in action, right, into this Germany squad, who have a lower face-it rating, but, maybe it's a little bit of British trauma coming through, but never underestimate the Germans, right? They might have a lower face-it rating, but you shouldn't take this game too easily either. You definitely want to get in and have a good performance to start the day, right? Like we said, it's plenty of days left, plenty of games left today, so you don't want to show up, have a bad performance, and then have that sort of hanging over your head, right, for the rest of today. So they want to get this one started. It does look like we are entering into the knife round with, I believe that's a Welsh side on the T side here. So let's see how they shape up and how they decide to pick this one.
Okay, it's a double need everything. We have won the knife round.
Let's go! Let's go! Just a knife round, of course. Doesn't really count just yet. But, at present, we have the Welsh side on the T side. No, it looks like they did swap. I believe that was a swap. So they are backing you up here, Welshlaad. They also agree, starting with the CT side.
I'm glad the national team do support my case, but it does seem that we do start on the CT side, Wales, and Germany do start on the T side. And I was gonna pull up the map bombs on my second monitor, but I feel like I know this map like bread and butter, and hopefully I don't need that. If I start stuttering, hopefully I don't. But it does seem like Germany are going to go through A through Palace. 3 in Palace, and it does look like they are going to try and clear Sniper's Nest, I think that is. Flashes come out, Anders is stuck in ticket. Stuck in that one area, smoked out. Ping does try and go through the dualies. Let's get
Time you want the dualies, right? Just spraying down like this. Ping with a great start on this retake here, but time is ticking away, but it looks like the Welsh squad beginning to overwhelm the German squad, and yes, stepping on in, Ping will be the one to take that first defuse, and while it looked like a relatively easy take there for Germany, the Welsh team really took it back easily.
It does look like we were caught napping. Although we were caught napping, we do end up getting that little 3v5, I'm pretty sure it was. And we do end up getting the first round of this Mirage map. What do you think is going to happen on the next one?
Well, now you would expect, right, a bit of a buy coming through from both teams here, swapping around with the MP9s and the rifles for the Welsh squad, and a little bit of a buy for the German squad. Actually, all with some sort of rifle or Mac-10 in hand there. So definitely not giving up this second round, right, which is something you see sometimes from teams. They win or lose the first round and say, okay, we're just going to give up the next round, let that one go by. But it looks like the Germans really interested in contesting this one.
It does, and it does appear they're going to go through another A push. I would do say push, but I think they're taking their sweet time.
Yeah, just kind of holding, right? Kind of waiting to see what the Welsh squad are going to do. But now here comes the push. The flashes are going to be the signal for that. So where through the first engagements come down, and Rizzy with a great double spray to start them off, and gets on the ladder, gets the last spray down, and Rizzy there with 3. A clean round there for the Welsh squad, and well, Germany now can be suffering on the economy side of things.
Rizzy does get busy under that.
Lovely.
Under that. Come on. No? Oh, whatever. Under that sniper's nest. No, it's not even whatever. Under that palace, sorry. Okay, maybe it just looks like I need to get up on the second monitor. But he is underneath that palace, and he does end up clearing the German side with a nice little 3K with the MP9. But like you said, economy is not worth it for the German side. And Nate does come out and does end up picking up loads of HP. And Justino does go down the middle, but does not collect with any heads. Ping with the 2, the M4, clicking to get some more. Zerx is pushing up with that A1S. Ping clearing the underneath the window. Gets the 3K. Ziggs getting really hostile. Ziggs with the 2. And Ping does end up getting a nice little 3K, holding out that mid site. And Ziggs does do really, really well, pushing up through that top of mid.
Yeah, flawless round there for the Welsh, and it's what you would expect, right? There was just a few deagles coming out from the Germany team. They would want, to just find a pick or two, and you can see the ball clicking in that mid lane, but yeah, just didn't happen for them there. And yeah, it's been a unfortunate start for them, for the Germans, but like we said, with the Welsh squad, we're quite happy with this. They're happy to get off to start with a bit of momentum, seeing some different strategies from the Germans, so coming down mid this time.
Does appear you are correct. It is going to be a mid push through that catwalk and pushing out into B short, going to arches, and we only have 2 defense. We have 2 up in apartments, 2 in markets, and the Germans will flood onto site. The smokes go down, the bullets have been fired. Catwalks with a kill on 6. Ping does get Charleston, but no joke gets the double swing, sorry. Justinho does kill Artie. It is a 3v3. They know where each other is. But did they realize Rizzy is pushing through market? No joke is holding it. Is there going to be a joke? Oh, he is caught with his pants down. His name is equipped for no joke. And Rizzy does push through with that Galil. Rizzy pushing through window, I believe. Too short, sorry. They know where each other is. Justinho with the unfortunate frag on Bathrix and does end up cleansing that B-side push.
I really like that retake there from the Welsh squad. It didn't look good at all. It looked like a few things had gone wrong for them, right? They'd gotten a bit, not unlucky, but with the push that was clearly coming out from mid, from the German squad, it seemed like the way they'd positioned their smokes really misled the Welsh squad, right? You saw them pushing up through apartments, you saw the rotation coming through connector as well. Not quite you're predicting where the German squad were going to go in the right way, and it almost cost them, right? They did give up the site, but no bomb plant going down, and then actually being able to sweep up the kills with only 2 members falling. A really good round, which could have been much, much different.
And it does appear Germany will go for a push through apartments, but 6 does end up getting the kill on no joke. Nate comes in with a clear.
Oh, great nade.
Sig gets the absolute LeBron shot of a nade on Carlson. That apartment's hard, and Jessidinho will slowly pounce on through Angie, anticipating something. Oh my god, that was filthy. Take a bow. Red like an absolute book. Otter999. Will anyone call the police for this man? It appears not, as he's pushing through market by himself. No,
good angle,
he's just
though.
going to go onto site. That is an amazing angle. He's going to clear bench. He's going to stay bench. Arches has been cleared by Otter. Looks like he's going to go through apartments next. Will the jump be good?
Not sure if they have any idea yet that was back here. Oh, just got caught on the jump there, though. Tried to, like I said, had a good angle there, and actually, if you manage to catch a double spray there, the map complexion changes entirely there. But no, another very clean round for Wales, but it's getting a bit closer, I would say. Like, the Germany squad are definitely finding their foothold a little bit more, but they're just not quite getting successful enough in terms of damaging the Welsh economy, right? We do see an AWP coming through, I think, for the first time this game. I think that's going to get things more in favour of the Welsh squad now. You see Germany still managing to buy up these rifles, plenty of AKs on the table, but they just need to not let that happen and get picked off early on.
It does appear Germany have already lost a fellow soldier. How do you pronounce it? Is it soldier or soldier?
I would just say soldier and hope that it's cool. I'll pronounce my soldier with a J. Probably the only letter that's not in that word. But oh wow, no more letters for Charleston. They're off the table, and we're gonna have to deal with a 3 versus 5 situation now for the Germany squad. Again, just not going their way. Very spread out here. I'm not quite sure what the call was for this round, but well, gonna have to rip this play up because it has not worked at all, and I think this will just be the Welsh squad hunting them down for the next minute or so.
It does appear they will try and push through Teaspoon, both going into Palace. Rizzy trying to get that confidence to swing, but no person, no German will be shown. But Ping does slightly get the memo, as he has got that orb
This has to
read
wait. Oh,
onto Palace, I believe, and it looks like a swing, the kill from Ping. He does not realize there's another one Palace, and I would say it's like a headless chicken, but they do have five. Oh my god, he has slept.
it's just completely outers in the palace there, and yeah, it does look like this is just an AK. Definitely not going to let them out either. So another round going the way for Team Wales. This will be 6-0 for the CT side, and about as dominant performance as you possibly could have asked for.
Exactly. It does appear he will try. He does pick up the AK in the end. Fair enough, Otter. But the German economy is very, very swollen right now. They do have that loss bonus on, so they can really play with everything at risk. But it does appear no.
I've noticed actually from this Germany squad all along, they haven't really had any eco rounds aside from the one where they all went for Deagles, which even then that's not the most healthy eco you could go for. So yeah, I've been trying to fight, I think, through this loss bonus, like you'd mentioned there, and maybe it'll work out for them here. But they've managed to make their way all the way through the mid lane here, made it round to this angle. But oh, this is just going to be a complete crossfire here from the Welsh squad. Fantastically done. One member left alive. It is no joke, and no joke will find it not very funny as they get ran down there by Justine. Another very clean and clinical round from the Welsh.
I love that. But it does seem like it is going to be smooth sailing. Let's hope it's smooth sailing. As I don't think Germany's had a kill for the past 3 rounds. I might be incorrect,
Oh, that's
but
true. Since
I
that
might
B push,
also
right?
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully, well, not hopefully. I'm relatively sure we will get this win. But as we see it, the molly through short, I believe, and the flashes come over VP. And it does appear the Germans are going to go for a rush. Justinho getting the hold on Palace. Rizzy, guns blazing, crossfires being caught. Germany with a double triple from the Germans. It is a 2v2. Gathrix on the double. The nade comes out, piercing the smoke. Anders, the one who deagled Chris J. One deagled Chris J. Does get the kill on Gathrix. And Zix does clean up the mess that the Germans have left behind. An 8-0 lead for the Welsh.
Well, that was a very interesting round, right? Because the Welsh had actually set up brilliantly to contend with exactly that type of push, but the Germans just did it anyway, and that's one of the most successful rounds they've actually had for this entire game so far. So definitely a sign that they are, still making plays, still wanting to try new things and catching the Welsh at a place where they're not quite prepared for it. But again, it's just a really good response. The retakes have been just as quick as the initial takes too, and yeah, a lot of confidence clearly shining through this Welsh squad right now.
This kid, the Germans are going to go for a mid push, but one Otter, I'm pretty sure that is, will stay at apartment threshold. The flash.
Great angle again. Look at this with Justine. Just had full control over connector for this entire game so far. And yeah, oh, what a sneaky crawl around the window there from Otter. So actually went Otter mode under that window. And yeah, and there's no clue that they have passed through. But luckily for them, Zyrex is there to clean up another easy, deathless round for the Welsh. Just a clinical performance right now.
Sorry for that laugh from me. I'm pretty sure one of the German players tried flashing Con, he ended up flashing himself and getting himself killed. I apologize for breaking the absolute brilliant silence with my laugh.
Look,
listen to you. Welsh.
if we can't be biased when watching the Welsh international team, when can you be biased? Your name's Welshlaad, for God's sake. Of course you're going to be biased. I'm fully expecting it. But yeah, a great performance from Team Wales. Success in this 8-point. Oh, wow, what a spray down from Jestino. Flash, combination, triple spray, and another round goes in the pocket for the Welsh.
Justino, take a bow. Oh my word, that spray transfer on that little cheeky A rush from the Germans. What a spray! The spray control from the man who dropped from I always get these mixed up. From Palace. I always get Palace and Santos Nest mixed up. But the German who does drop through Palace gets absolutely slain. And the one who walks out through Apex gets absolutely decimated by the gun of Justinio. The Germans will go for a B rush, and Anders gets the double. 2 Molotovs and 2 kills. Fully respect for Molotov 6 with the 2K to clean up any dangers in sight. And it does appear that this is the final round and a half, and we may be able to go through this whole game round lossless. That made no sense.
Possibly, though, you're totally right. It's been, like I said, a thoroughly professional performance from Team Wales here. They just don't seem to be going down at any point. Yeah, I think you see Rizzy there just buying for everyone else, just splashing the cash a little bit there. But it just seems like Germany are struggling to get any sort of momentum, right? As soon as they take one pick, it seems to cost them 2 or 3 in response as well. Definitely not having a nice time of it, unfortunately for them. But that's what we wanted to see. Like you said, we wanted to see our squad performing well and coming out on top. And yeah, this first game, hell of a confidence booster for them.
Exactly, and it does appear the Germans will go for one last A rush this round on the T side. 2 within Palace, Rizzy on that hold. The flashes do come in. No joke. Gets killed from Rizzy, from behind Rizzy for that peek on Tetris. Dathrix clearing up Rizzy and ping, but Justinio does get the frag upon Dathrix. And a good half has been accomplished by the Welsh team. An amazing game so far. But there's only 1 round left, I believe. Because I'm relatively sure we'll win it.
Ooh, well, that's a lot of confidence, but we'll see. The age-old thing you can say in CS2, lad, is well, if they can win 12 rounds, then we can win 12 rounds. But I don't believe this map is quite that heavily CT-sided, so there might be a round in it for the Germans. Let's see how they can stand up when, the economy has been equalized again. It's pistols for both sides, but it's a B-site rush as we would have expected to come through. And unfortunately for the Germans, only 1 member defending it, and they're not looking down these apartments.
It is a 1 B-side hold against 5 Welsh. Otter does get a little bit of damage. Dathric does clear the man who indeed Chris J. Anders. Dathric does get killed by 6. Justinio cleared, no jokes, mind, with that P250 headshot. RT on that B-shot hold does get the kill on Rizzy. 1v3 and ping! With the absolute ping of a bullet. Ends up decimating the last CT member for the Germans.
Yeah, just a really, really strong performance there from Team Wales. Like we said, all the way through the game, they just seemed to have the number of that German squad there. Even when they were finding some picks, just didn't seem to be enough. But, you can take that confidence and that win, but you still have plenty more games to go. But I think it's fair to say that's exactly how you would have wanted to start this series.
Exactly. You couldn't have said it any better, honestly. That was a really, really beautiful 13-0. What word should I use? Dominant win for the Welsh side. And it was a brilliant show. Although we did end up on the lower hand at times with the Germans, especially on that first round, that nice little 3v5 for the Germans. Do sadly end up losing that round, and that kind of decided the momentum for the rest of those rounds.
Well, let's see if the rest of the day will be games like that. We'll find out when we get to our next game. But before that, we will head to a quick break, and then we will see you guys very shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for your patience. But we are back in for some international friendlies in Counter-Strike 2. This time will be Wales versus Slovakia. Slovakia, who just come off the back of a huge game against Spain. What was the scoreline in that? Could you inform our viewers, please?
It was an absolute jaw-dropping 16-14. I would say stomp, but it was generally an amazing game. They have their separate stream. I'm pretty sure it's Y Games on YouTube. It is the Slovakian version, and it was an absolute wonderful match to endure. And I got to leak some information. They do have one or two professionals on their side.
Oh, definitely a step up from the previous game we already saw today. But coming in from a confident, dominant win like the Welsh team had into a team that had a very, very closely fought loss, might feel like you're in a little bit of a better state. So we almost ended up back on Mirage after like an hour's wait. We almost thought, oh, here we go, seeing the same map yet again. But no, will not be Mirage. It will actually be Anubis this time around. And Anubis, a completely different map to Mirage, right? What would you say are the bigger things to watch for on this map, especially when compared to Mirage?
If I've got to be honest, it's got to be the mid-cross. Because on Mirage, it's a boring map to play. I know I said it's my favorite. I'm sorry. It is a good match to... No, it's a good map to play. It's not a really fun one to watch. But it's the fact that Anubis has a lot of open places, a lot of open spaces to just have a scrap, really, to be the most informal about it. It's an amazing place, amazing map, sorry, to fight at mid-control through Palace would be absolutely amazing to watch.
Of having a scrap meeting up at the bridge here are both teams and just start scrapping it out. It's very, very close of a knife round, but the Welsh team do win. Let's go, yes, again. Here we go, Welsh knife round dominance coming in here. But yeah, we will soon see if they have to go for the CT or T side. Quick, before they decide, which one would you pick?
Honestly, I don't really play.
Oh, that's not quick.
I know quite a lot of smoke lineups. I know.
Yeah, that looks like though 2 for 2. They did pick the T side.
I am on a really good run right now, but it is, like I said, a good map to have a lot of good fights on. It's a good map, and we've had a pause. Don't really know what that's
just
for.
Getting everything
most likely
set.
going to be a tech pause.
Possibly a tech pause happening right now,
Yeah.
so just going to have to wait for a moment to see what does come through. But yeah, it's, T-side map, T-side start for the Welsh squad. Again, different to how we saw from Mirage, where they did opt for that CT side first. But yeah, like you said, with Anubis being the map that it is, having the control to, decide where the engagements take place is definitely a better way to go about it when you play this T side, right? You mentioned the mid cross and how to deal with that. It's much easier to deal with that from the T side when you could just not use it, right? You don't have to commit to that at any point. And no, we're going to see our first couple of gunfights coming through.
Pain getting domed by Tag, Sicko, and Real Zen clearing a Barizzi and Jessinho. Zerx in that E-box lurk. 2 on site, 2 through under. Zerx getting the kill on Sicko. Glock 18 in his hand. USPS gets absolutely annihilated by Peppo. Slovakia do take in my opinion, the most important round of the game. The first opening pistol round to set, hopefully for them, to set the momentum. Hopefully, our Welsh side does not take any slack and do end up winning the next couple.
Again, a difference in strategy compared to what we saw from the German side last time round. Wales losing that first round, will opt for an eco round for this second round. Of course, did not get the bomb down, so have to play it a little bit more carefully. There are a couple of deagles in pocket we see coming out here from Rizzi, for example. And the Slovakian team play it slow, right? You can see they're not wanting to push any of these engagements. They know they have the range advantage with these rifles. They're going to look to use it as best they can.
It does look like it is going to be a Western duel. Who will peak mid? Ping with the deagle in hand, hopefully waiting for someone to cross the side stream. Oh, the whole side of Wales behind them. The Dulles player has been spotted by Slovakia, and they all will start to rush through. Will they recognize someone's middle? Peppo does get the kill on Anders. Tag gets kill on Justinio. Peppo clearing up Zerx. Rizzy getting the only kill for the West side, and Mattis and Tag clearing up the rest of the Dragons, and will sadly lead into a 2-0 deficit for the Welsh.
Well, got one pick, and that's at least something to work with, right? Somewhere to start to build from. But we do now see the full AKs coming out from the Welsh squad as well. So, hoping for a bit more success this time around. You did see them just sort of make the call of, all right, we're going down mid, got spotted on the way there, and had to just commit to it fully at that point. So, we're hoping for something a bit more organized, a bit more reliable for the Welsh squad here. Again, with these rifles in hand, they can now feel like they can start to play.
I am a bit shocked, as I'm pretty sure Jessinho did have 4 Titan 2015 non-foil stickers on his gun. I don't know how I know that. I'm a bit of a nerd, but that is an amazing sight to see. But it does appear that Matisse, I'm pretty sure that name is going to be sitting in corner, waiting for one of the Welshmen to peek. And it does appear there might be a fight by E-Box, waiting for one of them to take control. Ping, strolling his mind, gets killed by Sicko. Sicko with a double on Ping and Rizzy. The double frag ends up in Slovakia's favor. And Zix does end up in Ivy, just waiting for everyone to cross the pit. Oh, wow! Anders getting absolutely domed by Pepper Rills and doming Zix. Jessinho does get a reconciled kill for the Welsh, but Sicko will end up getting a 3k to end his 3k, absolutely annihilating Jessinho.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for the Welsh squad. You see that 2v1 going so poorly for them, and then the rest of the squad just has to try and make it work. But yeah, too difficult. Again, if that goes differently, right? If the Welsh squad pick up that first pick, that site becomes a lot more reasonable for the Welsh squad to take. But yes, just didn't work out for them there, and having to revert to these pistols, deagles, and Tech 9s in pocket. Expect to see them rush together as a group here, but with plenty of rifles on the side of Slovakia, it's going to be a very tough ask.
This is Pierre. The Welsh side will rush Ruins to chop him in. Reels and getting 2 through the smoke.
Good spray.
Headshots, an amazing spray control. Pepper with the double, absolutely clearing up the side. Reels end with the third to get Zerx on a stick. A very short but efficient round. The Slovakians end up absolutely cleansing their thoughts. And an amazing spray from Peppo, by the way, and Real Zen. That was brilliant.
Yes.
A smoke spray. Ooh, that's alliteration there. A smoke spray for the Slovakians. Do end up getting a nice little round added on to their lead.
Yeah, really good timing on the spray, right? If you go too early, everyone takes cover. Waited exactly the right amount of time, and you get 2 very quick kills there. Just, again, it's what the Slovakian squad has done very well, been very efficient with their kills. But there we go, starting for a second, for this round, actually getting a kill, the Welsh squad to open the scoring. That's something that hasn't happened yet, and something they definitely need to start if they want to make any inroads, right? Because now your options are so much bigger, right? They could turn this back into a B push, they could continue with this A push, they could just look to work down mid. It becomes much more difficult for the Slovakian team to deal with this when they are a player down. So finally, a window. Can the Welsh capitalize?
Hopefully, the Dragons do end up capitalizing. One of the Slovakians left on a sliver of health points, as Zerx and Jessinho will wait for the smoke to go down, but Zerx gets the annihilation through Peppo. Rizzy clearing backside. Sicko getting Zerx through that lurk. Ping absolutely decimating Sicko on that double frag. The bomb will go down 4v2 in Wales' favor. The CT is stuck. The Slovakians stuck. It feels like they're going to save. They're going to go for a save on that A side lurk, going through main, trying to catch any other Welsh lacking. And it does appear Wales do collect the first round, and it will be added to the belt.
Well, they needed this. They needed to just get one round under the belt and start from there. But yeah, like I said, you get one first pick, and it just opened so many doors. And yeah, it was a much better push for the Welsh squad. The Slovakians even seemed to catch on to the fact that that was a B push, but yeah, didn't manage to halt the advances. And yeah, they will be quite happy with how that round has gone. And they want to hopefully build some momentum from here, right? You get this first round, you got plenty of guns in pocket. Only lost, I think it was 1 or 2 members there. So yeah, definitely going to feel like a much better round for them. And now, again, that confidence booster that they've been looking for. They got 1 round on the board. If they can make it 2, you're on for a good start. Because again, in a map like this, you're not expecting to win the game in that first half. You just want to get a couple of rounds ticking on the board, and then hopefully finalize the game when you're on that CT side.
Exactly what you have just said. It does appear the Slovakians will take notice of what has happened on that last round. With a 3 on B side, 1 containing E-Box, constant jiggle peek from the E-Box member, and it does appear a 1v1 fight by main. They haven't seen each other. Rizzy and Tag has passed each other, but Tag does get the shot through the smoke. The other smoke will go down for Tag, knife in hand for Tag. 1v1 will happen. Who will strike first? Tag strikes. A double kill for Tag. Both have been through pure timing. And Tag does fend off that main hold by him and himself only. And it does appear the Welsh will creep through bridge.
Need to have a change of plan here, and these entrances just not going so well for the Welsh squad. Finally find themselves getting a couple of picks, but now they need to capitalize on this. Are they going to take this site? They do push into this A site, but there's people with that perfectly placed up, and it's just going to be too much for the Welsh squad to do. They end up going through that round with only the 2 picks in their favor, and this Slovakian economy just ticking away nicely, have still got that op in pocket, 3 members with plenty of money in the bank. It's just going to be very tough for Wales to build any momentum when they are constantly fighting at a gun disadvantage, right? They're just about scraping by with their own econ, and it's not quite enough for them to get these consecutive rounds going just yet.
Exactly what we have just said, and it does seem like Slovakia do go for a more of an A site here, but they have 2 sighted E-Box, just waiting for their prey to come up the corner. Anders with the pick upon Pipo or Peppo, one or the other. His head isn't there anymore as it is being domed by Anders. And it does appear Wales do stay in that T-spawn, just waiting for an opportunity to open. They do stay by bows. Rizzy, headshot right now. Headshot's the call out, by the way. And no Slovakians on A side. Slovakians have not read Wales correctly. But
the Welsh aren't reading it either,
too
right?
scared to push.
Yeah, they're waiting. They're holding off on this push, but Slovakians have misread the situation, gone for prediction, and have gotten it wrong. But now this should be where the alarm bells start ringing for them. And yes, you do see the rotation coming in. The bomb will go down in favor of the Welsh. It's a 5-on-4 site defense now. Complete role reversal on this round. And, well, Slovakians very spread out here. Not sure how much of a commitment they're going to go for this defense.
I think they may save because of their eco, but they may even give it a try, as it does seem that some of the Slovakians do flow through upper and boats, and Zerx is just waiting for one of them to lurk straight into his crosshair. The Jibble Peak will come out. No sight known to man, but who will get the reconciled Zerx? Gets the kill on Sicko.
Oh,
Rizzy
great
gets
pick.
the pick on Zen. An amazing pick from Rizzy. And Slovakians will flow through. That met with Rizzy's AK, denying the extra eco added to the round. And the Slovakians are down a bit of money, but it does appear Mattis is the money man. Same with Sicko.
It was a disaster of a save there, honestly, for Slovakia. Made no attempt whatsoever at a retake. They lose the op. They lose 3 more guns, I think, only getting away with 1 person alive. It's just not worth it. You might as well have gone for the retake in that scenario. But yeah, again, chance for the Welsh to build up some momentum. They've done that economic damage. They've only got the rifles, the standard rifles in hand right now, but with 1 op in the pocket of Slovakia, if Slovakia were to lose this round, that would be disastrous for them. their economy. So a fast push here. Great entry from Rizzy there. People with a return kill though. But this op's just going to get crowded out. Trading 1 for 1 does benefit the T side in this scenario. They just need to get that bomb down.
An amazing pick through the smoke by Ping. Jesinho does clear the last remaining Slovakian tag, and that is a very vital round to win, to accomplish the victory for the Welsh. We needed that round. Or as much as I say the Welsh team needed that round, Slovakians left with no money. It looks like they will go for either a pistol or a very big eco round, but it does appear people has picked them for A1S with Kevlar but no helmets, but it does appear the majority will go for a eco.
Maybe just weren't looking to surprise the Welsh with that one rifle, right? You use the pistols, and then everyone goes, all right, yeah, I know this is an eco round. Then you suddenly end up dropping your guard onto this rifle. So it could be an inspired pickup, or it could be a bit of a waste of money. It does look to be an A-site push from the Welsh, which the Slovakians are recognizing, but Anders with a great path here through this mid-rotation. They just need to see if they can catch anyone out who's not quite committing to this A-site defense. We do see Anders taking a peek up through mid there. Might have been spotted out. Rizzy taken off the table very quickly. One tap with that deagle. But this is the flank coming in from Anders. Gets one pick. Only needs to get one for it to be effective. And now the site is open. It's a 3-on-2. Again in favor of the Welsh side. See the both the Slovakians making their way in. First entrance comes in, and yes, Ping and Jesinho there combine to shut down that retake. 5-4. Wales right back in this game.
Wales did seem that their confidence was dropped after a 5-1 defeat in the first 6 rounds, but now we have started to crawl our way back 5 for an amazing A-take from the Welsh side. Anders, just the key lurk there, just waiting for the correct time to strike. Strikes with his Mach 10, has surely won the round for the Welsh side.
Yeah, it doesn't have to get the kills with that spray down, right? Did get one pick, but all you're looking to do is to turn the attention onto you and let the door be swung open for the rest of the squad to make their way through it. It would play absolutely perfectly. It's exactly the type of outcome you want from exactly that strategy. So great use of different tactics here, really changing it up, asking different questions of the Slovakian side. And yeah, the Welsh doing a great job with that so far. And again, looking to build up some confidence. People there with the op pick, but that op has now been sighted out. Can it be crowded out though? You see Zyrex still looking to take the peak. Welsh looking to swing together here. The op can only take one, does get one. Great use of the smoke there though from people. Does manage to provide them with a little bit of extra cover. And this is a very tough push now for the Welsh squad. Only 2 members alive. Will they make anything with it?
Hopefully they do. It is just a very slightly odded in Slovakia's favor. Oh, a huge letdown from Zerx, and Mattis does end up cleaning the round up for the Slovakians. It does appear they've slightly got the memo, and they have brought another round back to make it 6-4 for the Slovakians. And Papo currently top ranking, 12-6 with that 41% headshot ratio. Remember, it is not all about the head. Whoa. It's not all about the shots you take. It's about the shots you make. That sounded crazy. I apologize.
You tidied it up. It came out really well at the end of it. But yeah, this is the type of round we want to see though, right? Both teams fully stocked up on the guns with a bit of momentum to work with now. This is one of the most crucial rounds, and that's a fantastic way to start it. Taking down an op nice and early, but Psycho gets a return kill very quickly. Jesinho off the map here too, but Rizzy taking one back, a charge onto the A site now. 3 versus 3. Look at the pace of this round. You see the players are really hyped up at this moment, have taken their time to get to this stage, but are now firing off very quickly. There's another player on A site, and yes, that will be a spray down coming out from Mattis there. Almost a big round there for Team Wales, but Team Slovakia, one's coming out on top.
Mattis does end up holding that A site, absolutely perfectly. Does get the Rizzy getting confident, gets gunned down. Also gets a kill, but he does get gunned down by Mattis. Mattis reading the room, ends up realizing Anders is going to flank through main, and ends up absolutely decimating Anders. That nice little recoil control. And this appears going to be a straight mid-rush. Ping, caught lacking. The Molotov, not in his own favor. The grenade will come out. Anders getting a kill with the nade. It's all going down in mid. Ziggs, a deagle to his name. He has picked up an AK within the crossfire. It is a 3v3. A huge letdown for the Slovakians. Hopefully, we're waiting to get another kill. Ends up getting to their own defeat. The A-rush will come through for the Welsh. And he is caught napping on site. What an Acon. But Anders 50 HP in the dream. Dream on, my friend. 15 HP in the dream. It appears Rizzy is also on low HP. And Sicko does clean up Anders through that tunnel. But it does appear Rizzy is left by himself. 12 HP. Zix on 100. My apologies, that's not 100. I am blind. Center HP, and it does appear they are both going to go through tunnel and go into heaven.
What a strange round from the Slovakians. They rush it down mid. It gets messy, and then the Welsh capitalize. They charge and get this site down. Will they have a push to make it up, though? Reels in with a double spray. Do they have the time to defuse? I think they will. Very, very close from the Welsh there. Good response to what was a very chaotic round, but no, not able to capitalize there. And wow, what a half of CS2. Crazy half just there.
And a very, very different half from the German side earlier, as we did end up clean sweeping them 13-0. But remember, this is just friendlies, and this is just all about learning and developing new skills, no matter what the score is. Credit to every single team within participating. But in this round in particular, it is the 8-4 lead towards the Slovakians. Slovakians are now on the T side. Wales on the CT side. It does appear they're going to go for a straight mid-rush. Mattis dancing around the bullets. Pierced down by Ziggs. Ziggs getting killed by Papo. Justinho absolutely decimating Sicko. Papo waiting for his time to shine. Does end up getting domed by Justinho. Justinho holding that by himself. A 3K for the man himself, Justinho. An amazing display of skill at a speed for the Welsh team, winning one of the most important rounds of the game, getting a round back, but also getting that eco in. 5-8 to Slovakia.
Pick up a couple of rifles now and just recognize the potential for just a mid-rush there from the Slovakians. And yeah, shut it down beautifully there. It was, a well-thought-out push. Well, I say well-thought-out. The Slovakians had a plan in mind, but unfortunately, everyone has a plan until they get shot in the face. And unfortunately, therefore, the Slovakians, it didn't work out for them. But now, looking for this B-site push, the Welsh with a two-man stack need to try to combat this as quick as they can in order to build some time for the reinforcements to come through. But now it is a 3-on-4 situation. Bombs going down. Welsh have to retake.
I love that little comment you made. Everyone has a plan until they end up getting killed. I love that. Use creds. Speaking of creds, a 1v1. And Rizzy does
lovely.
Lean up. Absolutely, he could not find the bomb as it is hidden underneath the Slovakian corpse. Rizzy will end up getting the defuse, end up getting the round in Wales' favour. An amazing display of gunfire within those 6-7 seconds there. An amazing display, pure skill from both sides.
A really good site take there from the Slovakians. I think that was really well done. I think only lost one member in the process, but the retake, just phenomenal. And coming down to that 1v1 moment, right, it's where tension starts to build. You maybe get a little bit nervous there, but we see there, Zyrex held their own and ended up coming out on top of that. And that's the type of round that you really feel good about winning, right? That's where you really start to feel this momentum. It's where the top teams start to shine, and the top players in particular start to shine. But again, another push onto this B site. Well, the Slovakians trading out twice. Is Zyrex there, but the site still gets taken. Bomb still goes down.
Tag might get... Tag just surviving in that corner. Did not expect Tag to be there. Rizzy does get killed. Little snaky play. It does end up the spray and the miss. One dig from Papo, but it also appears as Rio Zen's on one shot,
1v1.
and there's no info. The smoke goes down. Would he go for the plant? The diffuser, he will. He will stick. The money comes out, but the smoke is protected.
Oh, the shot! Oh, wow. Wow, that was 0.015 on the clock there. The absolute last moment. That is bullet travel time that we are starting to talk about there when it comes to how close that round was. But I love the play there from Anders. I think that was maybe not your only option, but I believe that was the best option, right? Had to get, it was a great response as well from the Slovakian team as well to actually pick up a rifle, get the spray down going. It was exactly what was needed from both sides. What a good play. What a good round from both of these teams.
Absolutely. Oh, good 1D from Jessinho. Anders clearing up Tiger. A very, very unfortunate loss. A very, very, well, how do I word this? A very ballsy play from Anders. Sadly does not work out. As, like you had said, 0.015, I believe you had said, left for the bomb defuse, but sadly ended up getting picked by the last remaining Slovakian. A 5v3 in the Welsh favour. The smoke through backside. Ooh, I need to learn that smoke. That's an amazing smoke. Smoke
that
from
was
the
pretty cool.
Slovakians.
King's probably cursing that smoke right now, but you're praising it, and well, it does look like the site has been pushed onto by the Slovakians, covered in smoke, so no gunshots just yet, despite there being very, very close proximity between these players. Zyrex does spot out one target, and then she'll spray them down, but unfortunately, the flank from Anders doesn't quite work out, but the site's been retaken. It's just a case of when do they opt to pull the trigger and go for the defuse. The Slovakians are still here, still within earshot, but Ping doesn't know. Ping just trying to clear these smokes, trying to buy some time, but with the site being in so much control, it does give you a window to work with there. And yeah, people Matties here, both coming back in, both re-engage and actually double spray down. This Welsh squad, it looked like a one round, but it turned out to be anything but.
An amazing little 4v2 from the Slovakians. No, 2v4 for the Slovakians, my apologies. An amazing just patience there, knowing that Rizzy was going to fake the defuse, rushing in. I'm pretty sure it was a 2v5 actually, because that CT ran it. Damn. But an amazing display from the Slovakians. You certainly know that they are the ones up. If you hit the HUD, they would know they're the ones up. The nade comes through pillar. Nope. In an eco round, a full eco round for Wales. Rizzy, you won't, will you? He had the Zeus in his hands. I got scared.
As he thinks about it for a moment, but does not commit to it. Yeah, it's a 2 versus 1 gunfight there, and that's just not going to work out. Although, a couple of good picks here. This is what you need in this type of round, right? You don't need to win the round. That is not your expectation, but taking some guns off the table, doing a little bit of economic damage on your save round is pretty good. But, fortunately for the Welsh squad, they are running out of rounds to play with. 11-6 now in favor of Slovakia. They only need to get these next couple of rounds and then it is game over. But the Welsh squad have done quite well. They just need to do that little bit better to take them over the edge.
Exactly what you have just said. A very, very good match. It isn't really one-sided as it was supposedly said to be, and Slovakians have went for a pause. Most likely either a tactical pause or just when the computers have shut down. But hopefully it is not the second option, and hopefully we can get this match underway. And we have.
Yeah, getting right back to it, and let's see this game round out in its completion, but hopefully with plenty more rounds in it so that the Welsh squad can complete this comeback. They've just been playing catch-up this whole time and not quite sealing some of these crucial rounds. Like, there's definitely something to look for when the Welsh squad look back on this, and some rounds they definitely feel like they should have won. But Rizzy here knows his enemies coming through. Great double spray there. Double headshot, one through the other. And now this round is way opened up for the Welsh squad. They just have to finish it off. Now, people there with the op shot, they know, do the Welsh squad, that this is potentially an A push because that mid control is with the Slovakian squad. They just have to put down these last two members.
The second Kalat this game from Rizzy. The first one was on that B site execute, and it was that we had lost that round, but hopefully it doesn't happen again, as Tag does end up getting the very, very good kill upon ping 292 health upon the Welsh side. Who will strike first? It has appeared as Tag has caught Anders absolutely napping. The A side is free to take. We have one trying to creep through tunnel as times pass, but it appears the Slovakians are waiting for a site to open, and they will choose the B site, absolutely faking the Welsh side, sadly. Hopefully they do get the memo, but the Slovakians will put the plant down, unless they just start wasting util. But the plant will go down upon the B side, and 40 seconds left until the Slovakians win. Hopefully, the Welsh do end up, and 6 is caught lacking. No info. That's what you get when you rush in with 0 info. Tag caught napping, caught within the reload sesh. Just Enio waiting for his time to strike the smoke. Doesn't go down. A Molly onto backside, knows where everyone is. The flash comes out. Absolute amazing reaction time from Peppo. A great shot upon the Slovakian. Makes it match point for them. Peppo 27 and 11. Take a bow, my friend.
Having a really good game is people here, and that's one of those rounds though that the Welsh squad will look back on and say it was a 4 versus 2. They absolutely should not be losing that round, right? That is the type of round you need to watch back, learn from your mistakes. It just seemed like they were filtering in one at a time, taking these gunfights, and it just didn't work out for them, right? You needed to make a more committed approach to that setup, and yeah, just didn't react the way that was required there. But that's why we play these games. This is what you learn for. Now it's a case of, can the Welsh squad fight back while under adversity, while constantly at match point, and can they come back into this one? It will be a tough ask, but again, if they are able to do it, what a confidence boost that would be for the rest of the day.
Exactly. The Slovakians double the score of the Welsh team. Match point, reels and guns blazing in that mid-control. Peppo crawling up with the chrome cannon. Eliminates that E-box hold. And the Welsh side are caught napping. As, oh my god, a golden opportunity from Rizzy. Shut down. Playing everlasting. Peppo 6 does end up getting a kill, a 1v4 for 6. Caught napping by that pillar hold of Peppo. The GG's come out. The good game has ended up within the Slovakians' favor. 13-16 to the Slovakians. What did you think of that game?
I thought that was a much higher quality game than we saw earlier today on Mirage. I thought the play from both teams was phenomenal at times, and I thought the Welsh squad really stepped up. I felt like they were forced to improve, and they did. They definitely had some really good moments. I think there were just a few rounds, as I touched on previously, where they definitely need to figure out what went wrong, because it seemed like they definitely didn't need to lose a lot of these 2 versus 4 situations, right? I would argue you never should be losing one of those, especially in a round where you both have equal guns in play, right? It wasn't like they were disadvantaged or in some kind of eco. So definitely it's plenty to look back on, but that is exactly why we play these games, right? And I think the Welsh squad will be happy to have had that game and hopefully can take some lessons going forward today.
Exactly. It is a 1-win, 1-loss record for today, right now. And I just completely lost my train of thought. That is my apologies. But it appears as we do indeed have Spain ready in the lobby. We do have the Welsh ready in the lobby. We're just waiting for the maps to be decided. What do you think of this game that is about to happen, Priestley?
I think there's a lot on the table for both these teams. I think Spain are coming in off of a win streak, whereas Wales, obviously 1 win, 1 loss, will want to look to turn that around. While we do get this game set up, we're just going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. It really will be a short break this time, everyone. We'll be back pretty soon with the next game. All right, we're back. I told you it was going to be a short break, and a short break it has been. But we are back with Wales versus Spain for this international friendly matchup. Coming off of a loss, 6-13 loss that was to Slovakia here. Spain, of course, started the day actually defeating Slovakia. So definitely a tall task for the Welsh squad today, but it almost should be used as motivation, right? Like if we can come back from that previous loss, they'll feel really good to win this next game.
And we have just got the information that Nuke is going to be the next map. And hopefully the Welsh side do end up nuking the Spaniards. But I don't really think that's going to happen, considering they did defeat our last opponents, who ended up defeating us, Slovakia, 6-13. That's
well,
all
we
we
are
know.
undefeated in these knife rounds, so let's see if at least the Welsh squad can have that to their names. A great start coming through, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Back 2 versus 1. I think this is almost guaranteed. And yes, here we go. Undefeated in these knife rounds so far. Fully in control of our own destinies when it comes to the round pickup. If only they just had knife rounds like for the whole game, man, we would be kings of the world.
Yeah, we have 3 for 3 on the knife rounds, but we are currently 1 for 2 on the actual games. But hopefully that can be turned into a 2 of 3, considering this next game against the Spanish, which is about to happen. Spanish on the terrorist side, us on the CT, and it appears the Spaniards are going to go for a 4A rush. Wow, guns blazing.
Straight in onto the site, bombs going down, and the Welsh squad now having to pick up the pieces, but they've done a decent job of that, equalizing the numbers somewhat. The dueling's coming through from Rizzy, but not enough, and Chesadina does get caught out there. But yes, the Welsh squad there caught a little bit cold there from the Spanish. The Queen rushing straight in, straight onto site, get the bomb down, and take that first round.
Exactly what you've just said. Justino and Rizzy just getting a kill a piece, but it does end up to the Spanish sides, and they do win the most important round of the half, the pistol round, and the Spanish will go for a 2 AK 3 Mac 10, the Welsh going for another pistol rush, and they're going to blaze A again. Wow.
The Welsh were ready, but not prepared. It seemed they were all in position. Spanish squad there just firing everyone down with those rifles. A great nade into that small corridor there too, but just didn't work out there. But now, as we've touched on previously, the Welsh squad able to buy up this in this round, get the rifles online, and as they're having to scrape a little bit, having to go just for the FAMAS here. But an important round here for the Welsh. They want to get some guns off the board for the Spanish squad, get that economy balanced out a little bit, and just want to build some confidence again, get themselves into this game. But Spanish yet again going for a rush on the A side.
I think you may have read that wrong there, going down to B through vent, and there's someone AFK, and we lost team. I've just realized. Step and spawn. Easy to pass. I'm gonna just call them.
Hey, it's easy taps or exit taps, I guess. Let's.
Oh.
However many taps they end up getting, let's see. But as it stands, the bomb is down, and the Welsh squad need to look for this retake. But it's just getting more and more difficult for them. 3 versus 4 now. Might even look to save if they have to, but they really don't want to.
A good pre-fire from Jessinho, but gets out-fragged by Mopos. Rizzy hiding behind that. 2K to his name. About to get a 3, runs out of bullets. That's why the M4A4 is always better. But Sosa does let Rizzy, and King just staying alive with a M4A4 to his name, and does end up slightly bringing the economy back. But the Welsh side do appear 3-0 down to the Spaniards.
Yeah, it's not the start you would have wanted. They did get some of those return kills towards the end, but yeah, like we said, you want to really be starting off on the front foot as much as you can. But of course, one of these maps, Nuke, of course, which you'd maybe call it a bit more T-sided. You do have the option to very quickly rotate which site you are going to, so definitely needs to be in the consideration. But again, the way that the Spanish are just starting off very similarly every round, it's quite difficult to keep track of. You know, it's always seems to be a quick start, but then they just run and swarm all around you.
Just like hornets, Mopos with the double, waiting for his time to strike again, and just waiting for the vent to clear. Easy taps. There's clear, and there's Alex gets the kill upon Rizzy with the Mac 10. 4-0 to the Spanish, and the Welsh side do sadly only have 5 kills overall compared to the Spain's.
That's the type of round you don't want, right? You don't want to be caught with just no real response coming out, nobody able to pick up any return kills. You don't damage the economy at all, right? You see that easy taps with 12k in pocket, only 5 rounds in. It's just not the sight you want to be seeing. You need to constantly be ticking down this economy if you can, so that when you do manage to get a round on the board, you can try to turn that into a little bit more momentum. But just running through fire there is easy taps. Rizzy not prepared for it. And like I said, this Welsh squad, they're just being caught cold pure in a lot of these instances.
Exactly what you have just said. The bomb will go down. Another B site take. It does appear they're going to creep upon Dak. And Mopo's just waiting for any bullets to income. Sorso getting the kill on Justinio. Alex cleaning up King's seconds. Zerx just crawling through D Convent and just waiting for something to happen. A 1v4 for the Welshman. Does he go for it? He runs at the side.
Like a lot of them have retreated here. There is a moment. I'm not think they're going to get away with it. Yeah, not quite. But there was a window of opportunity there for the Welsh squad. But sneaking away around like that, again, it's not the type of victory you want in these friendlies, right? You want to be able to learn something, some strategy to work in your favor. And right now, 5-0 down, the Welsh squad have to have a rethink of what they're doing. Again, they've got a round they can buy up in, actually have an AWP on the table for Ping here, so hopefully they can finally get their first round on the board.
Exactly what you have just said. Ping with the main cog of this counterpiece. AWP to his name. A rush through mid, it appears. One Spanish holding Squeaky, just waiting for one to go past, and Ping, after saving up all this time, gets easily tapped by Easy Tapped on his dome. Anders does clean up Easy Tapped. Zerx getting the kill on David. Mopo's getting cleared by Zerx. No, Zerx cleared by Mopo's, I apologize. Anders stuck in a predicament. Rizzy gets absolutely wiped by Mopo's with one shot, I should say. And also getting 3 kills to his name. A 9-1 kill death ratio for Mopos. And it does appear Mopos, Alex, and Sorsol are all above $12,000 respectively.
It's just looking so good for the Spanish squad here. We've saw a couple of more equal gunfights there, and it just seemed like the Spain squad were coming out on top when they maybe shouldn't. You know, a couple of windows there where you'd think the Welsh could have been the ones taking these picks, but just look at how fast they're playing. A great molly there, does plenty of damage, but it does nothing to stop the charge in coming from the Spain squad. And yeah, this bomb is going down, A site being taken very quickly, and again, everything is just happening in front of the Welsh squad here.
It does appear confidence is key. Jessinho getting a 1-tap. Also getting wiped. Rizzy was incognito for about 20 seconds of the match. Tried blazing his gun, but gets cleared by Sorsol. And it does appear for another sad loss for the Welsh side. Hopefully we do end up getting around to clean up our eco. I almost said ego, sorry. Ping does have another AWP to his name. Every single Welshman other than Ping with an AR. Hopefully a daredevil fight will be on our hands. The Spanish, the exact same. But it does appear one of them will be running a Mac 10. Hopefully just running that east side. The mollies come through from Squeaky. Rizzy, perfect. Counter place gets sprayed down by Davidge. And Ping is there. Waiting for his time to strike. Zerx clearing Mopos. Jessinho clearing Easy Taps. Alex killing Jessinho. Getting the double swing on Jessinho. And it does appear a fair 3v3 battle. But the Welsh do not know what side they're on. They have now just realized they're on B. jumping down vents, clearing up
Good
Alex.
kill.
An amazing kill, vital kill for this round. Hopefully they do get a bit of the economy back. Source on the top of Silo. Just waiting for everyone to pass by. Ping rolling through. Just waiting for one to swing. The ego from Sorsol to go for a knife there. Actually almost worked. But Davig will end up getting the kill on the Zerx. The Ping, sorry. And does end up finishing the round with a solid 8-0 lead.
That was the best chance that the Welsh squad have had so far this game. 3-on-3 with the bomb down, yes, but they did have an opportunity there. It just seemed to be, again, these close gunfights just ever so slightly going the way of the Spain squad. And yes, only one member left alive, but they don't care about that. They still got that map in that round in the pocket. And yeah, it just seems like the Welsh squad are always caught unawares by how fast the Spanish squad are advancing up this map. They've now made their way all the way through the outside, closer to the CT spot, and all of the Welsh squad meeting up over here. Alex just quite literally slams the door on.
Slamming the door to uninvite any visitors that were not invited previously. Alex getting the kill upon Ping. Davig cleaning up Easy Tap's mess. A 2v4 for the Welsh squad is now a 1v4. Sorso getting the kill with the Tech 9. Anders trying to get another Tech 9 kill. Sorso cleaning up Anders' body. And it appears they do shoot the bodies, which is not very nice. But it is what it is. It's a friendly. But it does appear the Spanish do take another round under their belts. 9-0.
It just seemed to have the number of the Welsh squad here, maybe feeling the effects of that loss to Slovakia, right? There was not a lot of turnaround time between the two games. They should have come in right back in, not feeling too great with how that game has gone, and then you have to come up against the squad that beat that squad. It just seems like Spain are on this map, they're rocking it, and they seem to be really enjoying the way that they're playing right now. So we need to see big performances now. There's Ping getting a great first shot, but immediately countered out by Sorsol there. Again, this is looking to be more of an equal round, and Justino getting a couple of spray downs there. 2-on-3. Can the Welsh capitalize?
And Davig has just been caught by Zerx with his pants down. It appears the 10th round of today versus Spain will go to the Welsh way, and Mopos is caught napping by Anders. Wales do get their first round underneath their belt. Don't worry, it's only 9-1.
It's only 9-1, right? You can still build from here, as I said previously. If they can win 9 on the T side, so can we. But they still have to finish this first half as well. But they've got that round on the board. Now they know that they can take a round from this Spain squad. They just need to try and find a way to build a little bit of momentum here. And now, how do the Spanish react? Right, they've got this bloody nose. Can they keep this momentum going?
Disappear. The Spanish try and get their feet back in the water. Rizzy picking out Alex. Easy Taps getting the double kill on Zerx and Rizzy the triple kill on Anders. The quadruple kill on Jess at a one tap on Jessinho. Easy Taps trying to get that ace, that award, that achievement under his belt, with Ping with an orb waiting for the Molotov to expire. Ping waiting for the time to strike. Orb in hand. Oh my word.
It was just a little bit too predictable, right? It is the optimum place to try to retake from, especially when you have been the op player, but the Spanish squad more than wise to it, right? Knew that was on the table, and yeah, just a knife in the back ruined the dreams of the Welsh squad for that round. But this is the last round of the half, I believe. It will just be a case of what can this Welsh squad do to finish it off. And yeah, we see Rizzy actually picking up the op this time, maybe feeling like they can do a little bit more with it on this map, but the Spanish squad still looking to rock it down.
A change of plans upon the orb, but Jessinho getting 2. Oh my god, it might be in the Welsh favour. The last round of the half does end up in the Welsh favour. A nice little 4K for just a one tap on Sorsol to get the remaining kill. An amazing round just displayed, but it is sadly 10-2 for the visitors, Spain. But we do hope for a comeback Remember, it is not
Oh, yeah.
all about the score, ladies and gentlemen. It is about how you play.
I would like to shout out Jesse Dino here, really living up to their name as the Welsh Ronaldinho here, just carrying this team today. 11 kills and 10 and only 10 deaths. That's quite surprising, given that the game has gone so poorly for your team. But every round has come, that the Welsh team have won has come off the back of Jesse Dino's play. Now you see the Welsh squad playing it much differently to how the Spanish squad did. Play it a bit slower, and the Spanish are here to defend.
They're here to defend their castle. Oh, so. What an amazing flank. Oh, wait, the Spanish went, never mind. I read it the other way around. Alex getting the triple, setting themselves to an 11-2 alley-oop. Does appear that this match will go upon Spain's favour. Don't get me wrong, there's 2 rounds left until the end. Maximum, sorry. No, minimum. Yes, minimum. Who knows? The Welsh squad, hopefully, and may come back. But we never know, as it does appear the Spaniards do run a more of an AR SMG type look. As the Welsh will stay in squeaky, but squeaky clean is not the record for Justinho as he gets blood on his hands. He does not dip his feet in the water well enough, getting picked off ping with a 1-tap upon Alex with the Tech 9. 3v2 upon Wales. Ping dropping the bomb. His Prince Stream in hand, getting killed by Davig. Rizzy meets his wits end. On Davig, nade comes out to clear up the smoke. Davig with on the double kill. Just waiting. Ping making a lot of noise. He's wearing his wellies today. Waiting for the time to strike. Davig getting egoism and trying to go for the knife kill. Easy Taz does get the kill with the MP9 and does finish the job off. Exactly. Nearly there, but what's that one phrase called? So close, but yet so far.
Yeah, I think that sums up how this game has gone for the Welsh squad. They haven't been too far off the pace in certain rounds, but in other rounds, the Spanish team have just kind of rolled through and it's just taken the sights too quickly. And they're playing this very fast defensive style, right? You see them running with these SMGs. Again, they had the options to purchase rifles here. Instead, opt for the P90, but instead, it looks like the Welsh squad find themselves on the outside here, trying to play with this range advantage of the rifles, but that is where the submachines have benefited. The Spanish squad, great spray back there from Davik. Zyrex trying to fight back along with Rizzy. There is still an opportunity here, 2 versus 1 in favor of the Welsh squad here. But when will they turn to strike? Caught with a knife is Zyrex, and now Rizzy has all the information they need, but that will very quickly expire. And where do they opt to plant the site? It will be a bomb plant onto the A site. How do they defend here? This is the type of round that would be a huge confidence booster for the Welsh.
Exactly. The round is clinical. The round is vital. The Spanish trying to get a bit of information. They have crawled up upon heaven, went down upon rafters. Just wait, there's no Welshman on site. He's realized he's clocked.
Retaken heaven, actually looped all the way back around, and there's nobody from the Spanish squad aware of what's going on. There's the fake tap, but David taken out. Fantastically played by Rizzy there, actually. The flank, the maneuver, outstanding. And that's the type of round you want to win. That's got to feel really good.
Exactly. That is a huge confidence boost, but hopefully that confidence boost can last 9 rounds in a row to get that OT confirmed.
I believe. I am a believer.
We are believers. Correction.
Yes.
Just a quick reminder, we are 3 for 3 on knife rounds.
Yeah, exactly. So they would have some confidence when the economy goes down like this. And we get to one of these rounds. Sorsol there gets a great start, spraying down 2, and then tries to run away with their prize. But wow, everyone just picked up the pace a touch too much for the Welsh, though. And the Spanish squad, you can't fight them at their own game. They know what they're doing, and they do it a bit better. And Davig there will pick up the final kill that they need of this round. A disappointing loss for the Welsh squad, but hopefully, as we touched on previously, there's plenty that they can find in that game to learn from, to improve on, to work with them going forward.
Exactly, but something we do know is that there's a long break next, considering we have no rounds. But the games that are next are going to be match one, which is Germany and Slovakia, and the second match with Spain and Czech Republic. And like we have just stated, we will have a short like intermission because we don't have a match. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Our last game is against the Czech Republic, and hopefully we do end up getting that equal record, that 2 victory, 2 loss tonight.
Right, we will. We are back, everybody. Thank you for your patience, but we are here with the final game of the day. God, it hasn't gotten that late, Welshlaad. The light has all faded from your room. You are now just in pure darkness. But yes, we are approaching our final game. It is about to start. It is the Czech Republic versus Wales. Hoping that Wales can end this day with a big W.
Exactly. But the map is going to be the one, sadly, Ancient. Czech banned Train, Nuke, and Anubis. Wales banned Inferno, Dust 2, and Mirage, and Ancient was picked by default. The worst map in the game.
And it's just hot take after hot take from you today regarding the maps. It was, of course, the Welsh team who banned Mirage, so it could have been Mirage again, but no, it will be a game on Ancient. And yeah, what comes up to the accumulation of the day, right, is we've had a couple of tough games now back to back against Slovakia and Spain, losing against Slovakia 6-13 and losing to Spain 3-13. It could have even been 2-13. I might have miswrote that, but yeah, coming up now to Czech Republic, you just want to have a bit of a better start, but most importantly, you want to make sure you win that all important knife round.
Exactly. We are 3 for 3 on these very, very treacherous knife rounds. Peak UKCS at its finest. Hopefully we go 4 for 4. We want one more, so we have something with 100% completion rate.
Alright, well, let's hopefully get this one underway properly. Oh, looks great already. What a start from the Welsh squad. 2v1, we've seen this before. Let's go, baby! 4 for 4 on the day for the Welsh in these international friendlies. And at the end of the day, that is what it's all about.
Forget about the actual maps, like the first rounds. That's the best thing. But it appears...
Oh, quick, before they decide, which side are you going to take if you're the Welsh squad here?
Ooh, true. I'm 3 for 3 with these. T-side.
The T-side, they've switched.
No!
Oh, well, not everyone can be as perfect as our Welsh squad when it comes to these knife rounds. So apologies for that one, but hey, you have been pretty close. But yes, the Welsh squad have gone for the CT side to defend here, and I think that probably does make sense, right? With the way that the day has been for them, giving and having this quite significant break between the two games, right? Because the players haven't been able to keep quite as warm, haven't been playing these games in the same way. So definitely want to get started properly, and the best way to do that is to just get your positions and get yourself feeling your way back into the game.
Have I lost? Am I lost? Or has Anders changed his profile? That's not Anders. That's Air Green. And yeah. But Czech do come out with a 3K. We have a little roster change. Anders out for A Green. But hopefully it is for the best. But Keb 1K is waiting for Risen to climb through that dark, going into house, waiting for everyone to be up in his sight. Keb 1K finishes off the most important round of the game, the pistol round does end up in Czech's favor, getting their ego to a good amount.
Yeah, we've seen this a couple of times from the Welsh squad today. Success in that knife round, but I believe they've lost 3 out of 4 of these first pistol rounds as well. So not getting off to a good start, but still have plenty of time to turn it around and respond accordingly. So we do see, as expected, they have gone for a full save round here, just USPs across the board, and it's going to net a big death match there in the mid lane. Unfortunately for them, the Czech Republic rifles just weighing out over the top. And yeah, another quick round there for the Czech Republic. But now we will see the Welsh squad buy up and hopefully have a more contestable round.
Neo Frag putting his name to a T, getting the 3 frags that round to win Czech the round. But it does appear they just went balls deep in mid and just absolutely just ran it down like the WQ was stuck. But it didn't work for the Welsh side. So hopefully we do end up winning this first round. It does appear that Czech have went for a B rush, flooding straight onto T lower, going onto B side, flooded on by Jestadinho, killed by Rizzy onto Purdy. Wow. Kane getting eliminated in the process. Rizzy getting the kill, the assist from A Green. A Green getting the kill on Keb 1K. K1 finishing Jestinho and Rizzy. cleaning the seconds upon his teammate. 2-1 to the Czech. An amazing round, an amazing display of gun skills from the Welsh team.
Yeah, that seemed like the Czech Republic a little bit too overconfident. Just throw them only down, running through onto the site. But now the Welsh team ready for it and ready with the crossfire there. Perfect use of gunplay, like you said there. And yeah, just what we needed, right? You want to get on the board early. You don't want to give up too many rounds from the CT side if you are playing this map. Of course, it is one of those maps that you do feel much more at home and much more comfortable on the CT side. So definitely need to be wary of giving up too much. But the Czech Republic not going to take that round loss laying down. Already off to a good start this round.
A 5v4 in the Czech Republic's favor. Rizzy just flow state in lamp room. 2 at a time he runs in.
Woo!
He does end up picking the kill upon Neo, but he does get fragged out by Purdy. Justinho doesn't realize he's not realized. They've seen each other. He tries for the wallbang. He left behind. He does get the info. Just gets absolutely demolished by K1 Fitter. I'm just gonna call him K1 because that's just easier.
Yeah, just keep it simple here, which is the advice I would also give to the Welsh squad, right? I'm not quite sure what that push through the smoke was meant to achieve, right? Yes, it did get that one pick, but it didn't even really provide a lot of info either. So just need to calm things down a touch. I think the opposite to what had happened in the game against Spain, right, where it felt like the Spanish squad were just playing the game at a faster speed, whereas this time it seems like the Czech Republic team are taking things cautiously, definitely picking their moments, and you definitely don't want to find yourself getting too anxious and overstepping the mark. But again, taking some poor gunfights now, and the Welsh side find themselves at a disadvantage again.
Another disadvantage, a 5v2 in the Czech Republic's favor. Zix does get one back, but it does end with K-Wing getting the final kill. Again on Justinho. Again. And it will end up 4-1 to the Czechs. And it does seem like the Czech Republics do have a lot of cash to splash. And it does look like Wales are just barely scraping by. But one thing to notice, and one good thing, actually, we've bought a lot of util these past couple of games. I had a voice crack there. You didn't hear that. We've bought a lot of util, and we've been actually using it and actually been displaying it very, very well.
Yes, definitely to make it work, make it count right now. And we're seeing the first time here the Czech Republic going for this fully committed A push here. It looks like the Welsh squad, they do get the one pick in mid, and now that raises the alarm that there is a push onto this A site, and the bomb will likely be going down very, very shortly. Nice incendiary grenade there. Actually will land on the bomb site planter, but it will still get planted nevertheless. And now the Welsh squad 5 versus 4, but need to watch out. They're walking into some of these dangerous choke points right into Dabber, actually. Rizzy trying to walk forward. Can't walk forward, Rizzy. Why could that be, I wonder? And it's because there is an enemy ahead of you. But now it looks like the rest of the Welsh squad start to pile on in, start to collapse on. They just need to get this bomb defused if they can. But no, Neofrag shuts them down and stops that push. Another round for the Czech Republic.
Another sad loss for the Welsh, and like I've just said, another round for the Czech Republic. We are going into the 7th round, 6 minutes elapsed, 6 rounds have been successfully played. And it's not a bad record, but Wales are on the 4 loss bonus right now, so maximum money is achieved. But it does look like Wales are going to go for a 3D to MP9, more of a like hold and wait, but they do read it. Wait, did they read it wrong? It appears they go through mid, a huge molly, loads of damage racked up. Rizzy getting the kill upon Neofrag. Neofrag outfragged by our Rizzy. Keb 1K just chilling behind the Xbox, waiting for one of them to come. K1 early, rushing up to heaven. Dabber gets the double on Jezinho and Zerx. Eddie just running through tunnels. After going short, pop flash upon A side, trying to get everyone triple box cleared. Wales do not get the read. Wales, one of them on A side, one of them lamp room going upon Xbox right now into mid. But the read does not become successful. Rizzy does get the 1 kill, but you cannot beat Heb 1K with an AK. Wow! What a kill from Ping! But Rizzy does try and fly away. But will he be caught up by Dabo, or will he save his MP9? He has 7 health and a dream. He goes for it. it does not work out in his favor, sadly, as Keb 1K does clean up the mishaps from the Welsh side.
I see the Welsh squad again. That type of buy right is intended to just damage the economy of the Czech Republic, and they did get 2 picks, which is decent enough, but both of those on the back of Rizzy, right? And you need more from the rest of the team if you really want to start to make a dent, because now the bank is starting to build. You see, almost everyone on the Czech Republic would be more than happy to just full buy from this current position. So you definitely want to do a bit more damage if you can, and that's a good start, getting that first pick, especially onto Neofrag, who's had a great start to this game. The Welsh squad now, can they make this advantage count?
Whew. K1 caught with a shotgun. Really, really useful in those situations, but Rizzy shuts down the prophecy, denying everything. The wall bang from, I believe, that is House onto B side. Let's get the kill. Air Green with the double. Will he cause even more trouble? 2v2 Czech versus Wales to win Czech's 7th round and Cymru's 2nd. The smoke will wait. The clock will also time out. 1 minute left on the clock. Everyone is waiting for everyone's moves to occur. Wales have backed up. We have A Green upon CT spawn waiting for someone to come alley. And we have a 1 in mid. We have Zix in mid. The plants will go down from Cab 1K. 40 seconds left and a dream.
I wonder why the Welsh squad opted to back away. They may be predicting a swap of site there from the Czech Republic, but the Czechs stick, and now they just have to defend this site. Again, 2-on-2, and first peek comes out from Kevik, but that gets taken out very quickly. Now they just have to read where the last member is. Daba there caught behind the box. All you have to do is defuse the bomb, and Daba will not be able to survive it. Zyrex will have just enough time, I think, to defuse this bomb, cutting it a little bit closer than you'd like, but still more than happy to actually get another round on the board there. And yeah, good win there for Zyrex and Aven, 2-on-2, and come out on top.
A Green with the 4K. Do we need VAC? That's a nice little 4K from A Green. Nice thing, nice 4K to set the tone for the 3rd round. The ego boosted, the confidence raised upon the Welsh players. Czech Republic do have quite a bit of money to splash, a lot of cash to spend, but they have had their egos popped just like a bubble, as they will run up into mid, and does look like they're going to go through heaven. Ping with the kill on Dab there, but Neofrag does get the refrag, sticking true to his name. Catches Neofrag lacking. A Green, Lexing, absolute very good position. The play goes down. What just happened? Dino just caught K1, absolutely napping Rizzy. The kill on Cab 1K, 30, 27 health and Dream, outfragged by our Rizzy. Rizzy getting busy, killing Purdy. Ooh, that was a very good vibe. Getting the 3rd round under Cymru's belt. 3-6 to the Czech.
Chance for a little bit of momentum now, right? We said they needed to damage the economy. They've done so. Still haven't managed to build up their own economy yet, have the Welsh, but definitely have a pair of good rounds there back to back. And all of a sudden, the gap starts to seem not quite such a big mountain decline, right? Getting back to 6-6 from this position seems very reasonable. So I think the Welsh squad now will feel a bit more confident, a bit happier with how this game has been going. But they've definitely needed to grow into the game. You just need to make sure that that doesn't cost you as we get to the later rounds.
Exactly. You stole the words right out of my mouth. As like Rizzy's going to steal Justinio's kill. Dabber just got the refrag upon Justinio. Wales 4v3 in this situation. One of the Czech Republic players are left on 45 HP. Purdy going through. XM10 in hand. Catches Dabber lacking. A Green. Rizzy catches Purdy lacking with a shotgun from close range. The info has been leaked that Keb 1K has an AWP to his name. Smoke does come out waiting for someone to strike. Keb 1K does not see Ping waiting behind that house. And he knocks on the door and he shows that Ping is home and collects the AWP for Ping. And the map does go 6-4 to the Czech Wales and a 3-map win streak. Very nice.
Yeah, I like what the difference in play style that we're seeing from Ping. We were talking off stream during the break about what Ping needs to do differently based on what they had done in that matchup against Spain earlier today. And yeah, much, much better performance now. Got to be feeling a lot more comfortable with their guns, finding their shots, taking these gunfights, and having a good time, and enough confidence to re-pick up that AWP. Waiting for the util to come flying in, but that AWP is going to be challenged pretty soon on the A side.
Exactly. It looks like Ping was AFK for a little bit then. But it appears that Ping is back now. Someone has pinged him within the Discord call. Ping with the kill upon Keb 1K. Ping in his head. Okay, I need to stop with the puns. It's just there. His name's Ping. What else can I do? Ping with the
Woo!
2K. One bullet left in the chamber. Two skulls left to accomplish. A Green gets the kill upon Daba. Daba does end up fragging out Zerx, but Rizzy does get the last T remaining. Neo Frag has been outfragged by Rizzy. 12 and 7 right now. That is absolutely amazing for the Watch Squad. Everyone on the Watch Squad is playing to an absolute T ever since that, I believe, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ever since that 8th round, where we ended up winning to make it 6-2, we've got our ego back. Our confidence has been fulfilled, and the Czechs bubble has been absolutely bursted by M4A1S bullets.
Really nice, and it's good to get in that state of adversity, but then manage to turn it around like this. Aegon needs to be careful, runs up to trouble and gets out on top of the trouble. Fantastic there from Aegon and Zyx there with that combination. And now this round's looking great for the Welsh yet again. 5 versus 3. Need to make these count though.
Exactly. 30 does get the kill upon Rizzy. Justino avenging his teammate. Ping
Woo!
getting Dava with that AWP. Wales equalizing the score 6-6 as Ping gets the last one with the C7, I believe. CZ75?
CZ75, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Either way, he does get the kill straight to the head. And it does become 6-6. Bloody really, because it's a tie game.
Yeah, nice and equal as we swap sides in this match as well. And of course, though, the Welsh side did get the choice of CT, but you'd hope it's because they feel more confident in their T side, and that's why they wanted to practice the CT in this international friendly. So, of course, now they can try from the T side, see what they have in store. And I'd like to see a much more confident play. Haven't seen too much T side from them yet, but hopefully now they can, again, flex their muscles a little bit, have some freedom on this map, and hopefully take the win.
Exactly. Hopefully the muscles don't flex too hard, and we do need to remain humble. We don't want to ego push. We don't want to ego swing. We just want to make sure we get that win tonight. Make ourselves 2-2 on our games. We are currently 1 win, 2 loss. We are looking to make that into a 2 win, 2 loss. And it does appear that the Czech Republic are left with no HP. But Purdy
Ooh.
just kept 1K with a nice 2-1 taps. Wow, take a foul, my friend. Justino getting the kill up on K1 Zerx, avenging his 2 teammates, slaying Keb 1K. Neofrag left on 40 HP, Dabe left on a 4 big 3-digit 100, getting outfragged by Justino. Zerx will get the last frag, funnily enough, upon Neofrag. Love that name. And we do lead into the second half. Well, the first round to the second half, 7-6, which is very good. We were losing 6-1, but we have now climbed our way back through and through bullets and crossfire. We are now 7-6 up against the Czech Republic.
What a turnaround in the momentum, right? You have to wonder what the mindset is like now for the Czech Republic team, who were coasting by, seem to be playing very confidently, very aggressively, and all of a sudden the momentum has shifted in the blink of an eye. And yeah, a huge win streak now for the Welsh, and they have the economic advantage into this round as well, have the rifles in pocket. But of course, you always need to be worried about those deagles on the other side too. So definitely a good confidence boost so far for the Welsh, and maybe a little bit lacking in confidence right now on the Czech Republic side, and Jestedinho just going to constantly fire off like shooting fish in the barrel over here if they have the opportunity. And the whole rest of the squad isn't even here.
What a kill. Take a bow, Jestedinho. Oh my lord. But what will happen? It does look like Czech will run over upon Sniper's Nest, flooding into top of mid, waiting for someone A Green waiting for the opposition to force on through A Green, trotting through that. Fair enough. That's what you get when you don't check your corners. But he was smoked. There is a big excuse there. Fair enough. Neofrag does get the knife, does get his second kill upon Rizzy. This time, gladly, look at Leo. No 1.5k dollars for you. There's a 1v1 ping! Ooh. Does get the double! Wow! After sadly not doing his best in that Spanish match, he has certainly turned up in this Czech Republic match.
And the Welshlaad needed that there, right? That was one of those rounds that they'd been having issues with earlier on today. We're not seeing any issues with the Welshlaad in general. They're doing a pretty good job of establishing themselves into these rounds, like getting the first and maybe even the second pick. It's after that, when you feel like the round should be won, they seem to then make some of these mistakes that the other teams just aren't doing, giving space when you really don't need to. A nice double spray down there in mid, and now see, just like this, getting really ahead of themselves, not checking their corners correctly, and now might give an opportunity to the Czech Republic.
Have 1k quad, the 3 players lacking, but only got 1 kill in return. The last CT is on mid, going into tunnels. A deagle in hand. A Green, the M4 A1S, you cannot stop him. A Green MVP. Zerx finishing up A Green's dinner and absolutely yamming upon the Czech Republic's 9-6 to the Dragons.
Yeah, really good showing here from the Welshlaad. If they can turn this out and win in a 13-6 game, then it's just a massive confidence booster. And I did say, I felt like they were picking that CT side to get a bit more practice under their belt. And yeah, they do seem a lot more confident on this T side. Seem to have a few different plays in the locker. I've definitely been mixing it up, but still covering all the necessary corners too. And just need to keep it tight. As long as they can keep it tight, they should have a good end to this game. But Neofrag there with a double spray down might have something to say about it.
Rizzy does kill a Neofrag with a Neofrag grenade. Czech Republic do get their first round back in ace, I believe. Sadly, the win streak has ended for Wales, but good things do sadly come to an end. 7-9 to the Dragons. Although we are still winning by 2 rounds, everything can change. A sudden round win, a sudden momentum shift, a sudden confidence boost could all matter. Even if it's one player or the whole team, one player does make up the whole team. That did not make sense. I'm sorry. I think I yapped for a bit too long there.
One thing you would say is, despite the Welsh good start to this second half, they are still finding themselves suffering on the economy side of things, actually find themselves down overall into the Czech Republic. So definitely need to be careful that they don't let this snowball out of control, right? They still got some rifles on hand, still have a little bit of util in their pockets that they can use. They just want to make sure now that you don't let this game start swinging too wildly. If you can keep it tight, as we mentioned earlier, keep these rounds ticking over with the advantage you have, that's enough to take you to the end, but you can't let it slip.
Exactly. But of course, some things do slip out of hand. Sadly, it is not this 2-round lead. K1 walking down, waiting for Zerx, waiting for Justinio. Deagle in hand, K1 is waiting for a victim to come up to insight. Good kill from K1. The good lurk from Zerx. Kill from Justinio. Refrag upon his fellow teammate. He's waiting there. On top, Justinio doesn't know what to do. He inspects his gun. But yeah, waiting there, pushing down heaven, about to going T lower. Justinio, no info in the dream, my friend. The 1 kill, the 2 kill. Justinio, take a bow at 3k, looking on for the ace. Does he get the con that is 1 black holes? He walks around. It has been heard, but he does get shut down by M1K's orb. And the bomb will go down in the Wales' favor. Onto A side, not B side, sorry, I cannot read. Kev 1K's there with an AWP, lurking through temple, about to go into single and just waiting for a victim to go upon his crosshair. Rizzy catching Purdy off catching him, absolutely napping. But Kev 1K will wait for something to happen. He does peek out with the AWP to flash upon his own teammate, sadly. Not good communication. A Green does get fragged by Kev 1K, the smoke will go down. Rizzy is waiting for something to happen. Kev 1K, the comeback may come. Rizzy Just get the kill up on the smoke. Really, really good play from Rizzy. He does realize that Keb1K did kill 3 of his teammates. It was almost an amazing 1v4 clutch from Keb1K for the Czechoslovakian side. Not Slovakian, what am I on about? Czech Republic side. I'm not about the last match, my apologies. But Rizzy does play that really well, plays time, absolutely take Keb1K's head off through that smoke. 10-7 for the Dragons.
The Czech Republic will be really disappointed to not get that round in the bag. But that was a round, again, as I've been talking about all day, that Wales had been suffering with and just losing rounds that you definitely should. That's maybe still a bit too close for comfort and definitely something that they will have to review after this match. But again, signs of improvement. Yes, it was looking bad for a moment, but they still came out on top, still got the round in the pocket. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters there. And now, looking for a push onto this B site, the spray down coming through, and another site taken quite quickly from the Welsh. And this round's looking really good still. They still need to cap it off.
They have capped off Dabba's head, that's for sure. 2v1 upon Neofrag. Neofrag does not get any frags. Some really good shots from Jessinho and A-Green. A-Green, although getting flashed by his teammates in that last little round, does end up saying sorry, just absolutely pounding on their heads non-stop. We are almost 25 minutes into this match. We're about to go into the 19th round. I would say that's really good time management.
Yeah, they've done a really good job here, keeping everything nice and efficient. But yeah, like I said, the Welsh squad have just done a good job of making these rounds stick when things do get a little bit difficult. They've done a good job all day at taking things. Oh, wow, Neofrag, though. Gavin and answer back of their own. A triple spray down at the start of this round makes things much, much more complicated for this Welsh squad. And can they make anything of this round? It's going to be nigh on impossible. It's ping and an op and nothing to work with as they do get ran down there. But again, nothing to be too concerned about from the Welsh, but definitely to be aware of these interesting strategies, these risky plays that could come out, and this something that the Welsh have been weak to all day. Spanish squad did it too, just running at you, attacking you at an angle that you're not expecting. Really seems to catch these players off guard today.
Exactly. It has been demonstrated, orchestrated in that Spanish match. Whenever the Welsh team face a running gun, they seize up and don't really know what to do, but we are winning 11-8. And as a good friend once said, never give up until the end. Wales will flood on that B site. Guns will connect. Keb1K connected upon Zerx. The double op from Keb1K. A-Green one tap upon K1. Dabba getting the 2-kill. Keb1K collecting his 3K for the 20th round. It is a sad but unfortunate end for the Welsh side. They put that round. It all just happened at one time. 11-9 to Wales.
Now, this is the first time today we've seen Wales under pressure to get the game over the line, right? You only need to win 2 more rounds if you can do it soon. But now, will that pressure start to mount on them? They, of course, have to eco this round and look to take the rounds from that point. But now they need to... Well, this is a good example of how game under pressure, right? How do this team manage to get through it, basically? You know, this is a great opportunity to work on these high intensity, very tense situations. And you see Zyrex being very patient, just waiting for someone to walk around that corner, not taking a gunfight, ends up getting caught there through the smoke. And now this is a tall order for this Welsh squad. If it wasn't already a 4 versus 5, well, on an eco round certainly is.
Exactly. And Wales only pistols in inventories for 1 man down, waiting for the correct time to strike, waiting for that money to seize up. They were all running, waiting to get that kill. Keb1K gets the kill up on A-Green, picking up his deagle. Keb1K caught napping. Fair enough. Orp in hand. Or ping, our Orper. Does he realize it's a CT flanking? Yes, he does. Neofrag gets outflanked by Ping. 1v3 situation. Just hell W. Okay, Dabba is knifing Ping. That is brilliant.
It was a
But
shot through the smoke there almost. That was really, really close. If that had connected, that round gets really, really interesting. But yeah, unfortunate for the Welsh squad there. Didn't quite make that stick, but they did manage to get the AWP down, right? They got the damage that they wanted done, get the AWP in pocket. It all of a sudden made that into a very interesting round. But this round is the crucial one. If you're the Welsh squad, you want to make this stick. Lose it here, and you could be at risk of losing the whole game.
exactly, if Wales do win this round, do accomplish the victory upon the 22nd round of this very fierce game, they will push it onto match point. But if Czech Republic win, they will tie the score at 11-11. And it does appear that the Welsh and the Czech Republic do the exact same thing. Zerks and another Czech Republic behind each other's backs, waiting for someone to strike through doors, walking into T lower, Purdy risking his whole life on the line just for some information. The smoke does pop out through doors. Zerks does back off. He does not. He stays there. He stands his ground.
Ooh.
Whoa, a very interesting kill from Neofrag. I don't think Ping even moved, but either way, Ping has been put down with a AK-47 through the skull. Six does get the flash out. Does he realize Purdy is there upon heaven, about to go and Lamprey? He's chilling. Dabba staying on site. Just a chill moment.
The corner.
K1. Oh my god. K1. You sly, slick. I can't say that to streaming. Ugh, you very sly worm. Just waiting for the correct time to strike. He was waiting there for about a minute and a half. Although I hate players like that, he's played that really well. Props. I gotta give props.
Well, it's 11-11 now for these two teams, and unfortunately the momentum is with the Czech Republic right now. One AWP in pocket for them, and 4 rifles to back it up. It is just the Tech 9s for the Welsh squad, looking to group together and look to run down and swarm out some enemies, get through Purdy, but lose one in the process. However, Neofrag with the spray down does what is needed, and now Czech Republic have full advantage in this map. You see Egon there with the deagle. Great shot down that mid lane. And now it asks a bit more questions for the Czech Republic and gives actually space for Rizzy. Did Rizzy see there was someone just out of their eye line there? But now, not quite certain where the Welsh are, the Czech Republic. And unfortunately, the double swing not quite on cue. But Agrin again with that deagle, having the time of it right now. And in a 1v2 situation, you got a deagle. What else do you really need?
Exactly. You've got hope. You've got dreams. You just need that willpower. You can see just waiting there with that M4A4. Does he beat our A-Green Steagle? He does not. He does get picked off by Dabba. Match point to Czech Republic. Wales really need this round after going 11-6 up, I believe. Wait, hold on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As 11-7 up, sorry. About to go into that match point push. Do lose 5 rounds in a row and just needs to win this round. Otherwise, it was all over for our Wales men's team today. We are 1-2 greats. We do need this win. Equalize to stable it out in these IESF friendlies. K1 gets kill upon Justinio. K1 gets a double kill upon Zerks. And Justinio Rizzy avenges his brother. Rizzy with the double on Dabba. The plant will go down. 40 seconds will tick very slowly for the Czech Republic side. Rizzy on 12 HP, risking his life. Does end up taking some of Neo's HP. Agren just waiting for his moment, for his chance, for his remontada. Ping. They're on site, gets killed by Neofrag. Agrin is there. Double kill.
Good spray.
It's just Agrin. It opens sight and have 1K. Does silence the lost tears. He's shooting his body, just acting like he is doing amazing. But have 1K does clean up the Welsh side. 13-11.
Really, really close game. Like we said, just that little bit of a difference at the very end there. But a really great showing from the Welsh squad today. So plenty from them. Just got caught short there in that last game from being 2 for 2 for the day. So they do unfortunately find themselves at 1-3. But plenty for them to take from this day, and plenty for them to learn from. But I've just got to ask, is there anything in particular that you'd say that this squad have either done well today or something that you feel like they should improve on for next time?
I feel like there's one obvious answer. Those knife rounds, come on, 4 for 4, undefeated, stay humble. But sadly, we, as you have just said, my kind fellow commentator, we are down 25% win rate of this IESF friendlies. But I feel like one thing we do slightly need to improve on. Don't get me wrong, I'm a face at level 4. I cannot say nada. But one thing we do need to improve on is, as we saw in that Spanish game, that third game, we just got ran down like they were holding W with sellotape upon their index fingers. We really need to improve on that. But one thing we do not need to improve on is how good the team has done today.
Definitely. It's been a great performance. I'll just run through the scores of the day. Of course, we started with Wales versus Germany and won that game 13-0. Then found ourselves against Slovakia and lost that game 6-13. After that, we went up against Spain and ended up going down 3-13. And finally, the game we just saw, Czech Republic versus Wales, which we did lose 11-13. But still, signs of improvement, signs of life, and I hope the players had a good time and actually got to learn some lessons and find some places for them to improve. But that is it from us today on the broadcast at Esports Wales. I've been JudasPriestley. We've had Welshlaad with me as well, and of course we've had Simok and Zach and the backside as well, have providing all of the visuals. But that is it from us today. We hope you've enjoyed. Have a good night, and we'll see you again soon.